development, lands and mines, judiciary, human rights, peace and petition, concession investment, and ways, means, finance and budget, on concession and access agreement executed between the government of Liberia and Navajo Liberia Limited. And briefing for the Joint Committee comprising the committees on lands and mines, youth and sports, and judiciary, human rights, peace and petition on matter of national interest and concern related to the welfare and entitlement of former national football team players, the Lone Star. Or briefing from the Joint Committee on Defense, Security, Intelligence, and Veteran Affairs, Judiciary, Human Rights, Peace and Petitions, and Internal Affairs, Governance and Reconciliation regarding an alleged growing influx of Burkinabes in Liberia County. B. Briefing from the Committee on Public Works and Rural Development, request for land grant compensation package for citizens affected by the demolition in Hotel Africa and Roto Town communities. Q. Briefing from the Committee on Gender, Women, Children, and Social Protection on the African Union Convention on Any Violence Against Women and Girls. 7. Business on President's Desk. A. Communications from the President of Liberia. B. Communication from Senator Janita Bwacha Sokwe of Liberia County submitting a bill for an act titled An Act to Establish a National County Sports Meet for Entertainment and Development. 8. Any other business. 9. Adjournment.
The English code requires the reading of the draft agenda for this sitting. What is your waiting pleasure? Can I pass it one? I'm not going to get I'm listening to the reading of our today's agenda. I hope that the agenda just read will receive a copy from the Very important. It has been moved that the agenda just read. You receive a copy for discussion. Are you ready to vote? All in favor say yea. Against? Any intervention?
President Police, I want to bring to your attention the issue that has to do with the elephant. Hey. Yeah, this is the elephant. Yes, it's killing people now.
Elephant.
The issues that has to do with the elephant in Cape Town.
I don't
Last day we talked about the National Commission on Higher Education closing down 1 school. So we haven't resolved it to see really what's the status. What are you writing? I did that before.
Those schools still closed?
Well, we'll
no, on the floor, we have to
we need to get the correct information at the Senate. Get the debate hanging. If they are open or not open, on what condition?
Alright, so we're asking for me.
Okay.
So brief us next week. Yeah, Senator.
My intervention is an appeal. We're having a public hearing for concession. Yeah. So I want to appeal to you that by 2:30.
Alright, so we'll follow the agenda until the important one. Senator Boto Karen, follow President Amar Comment.
Okay, let us look at Ish on Ish. It has not been placed on the
Yeah, so we'll remove that. Yeah, until we hear from you. Yes, that's me, it's now.
Yeah.
Senator Armstrong.
Few times, just on AOB, maybe again the bill, to get an update from the Judiciary Committee on the Presidential Transition Act and also the act for
The President's Transition Act of that
the last.
No.
And compensation for former elected officials.
Senator Taylor.
I would like to ask for briefing today, then 2 weeks exactly, for the PSC committee and Labor Committee regarding my communication that the work permit issue be audited.
All right. With that clear, motion to adopt the agenda. All in favor say yea. Against?
The first communication from the president is on nomination. October 28, 2025, Senator John Lawrence, President Pro Tempore of the Liberian Senate, Capitol Building, Monrovia, Liberia. Madam President Pro Tempore, I am pleased to submit here with the following nominations pending Senate confirmation for appointment in government. Minister of Mines and Energy, Mr. T. Batinke Tingba, Minister. Mr. Sumo S. Momolu, Assistant Minister for Mines. Mr. Samuel Somerville, Assistant Minister for Mining Exploration. Mr. Oliver S. Wigwe, Assistant Minister for Energy. Minister of Education. Mr. Thomas M. Parker, Deputy Minister for Planning, Research and Development. And Mr. Oscar G. Flomo, Assistant Minister for Planning, Research and Development. Minister of Gender, Children and Social Protection. Ms. Agnes C. Marshall, Assistant Minister for Children and Social Protection. Ms. Josephine Greaves, Assistant Minister for Research, Policy and Planning. National Bureau of Concessions, Mr. Henson Gazulu, Director General. I would greatly appreciate if these are given expedited confirmation by the Senate so as to ensure smooth transition in government. Kind regards, sincerely, Joseph Imambuakasina, President. Madam Pro Tem, presiding the reading of the first communication from the President of Liberia on nominations.
Distinguished colleagues, the reading of communication nominated several appearance positions at the Ministry of Land, Mines and Energy. What's the recommendation? Senator Matikwa. Madam Presiding, distinguished colleagues, having listened to the reading of communication from the Chief Executive presenting today's August body, Liberians nominated into various positions, among that the communication be received and sent to the relevant committees on lands and mines, committee on autonomous agency, and all to do their due diligence and report to this body after completion, if I will hear second. We've already restated the motion. Are you ready to vote? All in favor say yea. Against? Second and Senate, please send out the vote. All right, before we go to the next item, let me just announce that a few days ago was the birthdays of Senator Batikwa and Senator Bill Twari. So I would like for us to stand and sing our usual happy birthday song. And then wait for the announcement, we will sponsor something.
So we are coming to live from the chambers of the Liberian Senate as they rise up to sing a birthday song for one of their colleagues who celebrated his birthday recently, Senator Numen T.H. Batikwa of Grand Crew County, along with Senator Bill Twari of Bewase County. The both of them recently celebrated their birth anniversary, and so the lieutenant of the Liberian Senate, Senator Mary Kanga Lawrence, has asked senators in chambers to stand up and sing a birthday song as a means of celebrating with their colleagues who celebrated their birthday a few days ago. So we have various senators in section. Senator Alexander Finley from Grand Bassa is here. Senator Snow from Bombing. Senator Abraham Darius Dillon from Mosuralo. Senator Sir Joseph. Senator Manuel Nukwe. Senator Deba Mabandin Fabla. Senator Johnny Clay. Senator Prince Kemimoli, Senator Abbott Tupechi, Senator Bocha Singwe,
Senate, Capitol Building, Monrovia, Liberia. Dear Madam President Pro Tempore, I present my compliments and wish to herein apprise you of the current status of the budget process for the formulation of the fiscal year 2026, as required by Section 17.1 of the 2019 Amendment and Restatement of the Public Financial Management Act of 2009, the PFM law. The President shall present the draft budget at least 2 months before the close of the fiscal year, that is on or before October 31st. At the same time, the PFM law and its accompanying regulations sets a number of minimum standards that the draft budget should meet to be considered credible. Accordingly, the Ministry of Finance and Development Planning and the Liberia Revenue Authority have completed the review and expenditure framework for the draft fiscal year 2026 budget. However, I have also been informed that necessary consultations with some local and external partners whose feedback are critical to the crafting of a credible and comprehensive budget have not been fully exhausted. To allow for the consummation of this process, it has become necessary that the submission of the draft fiscal year 2026 budget be done no sooner than November 7, 2025. Madam Pro Tempore, let me assure you of our administration's commitment to proactive engagement with the legislature with the view of promulgating laws and policies aimed at advancing the well-being of the Liberian people. It is my hope that the fiscal year 2026 budget process will serve as one more opportunity for us to strengthen the framework for coordination aimed at achieving our shared national vision and goals. Please accept, Honorable Pro Tempore, the sentiments of my highest regard. Sincerely, Joseph Yuma Borga Sr., President of the Republic of Liberia. Madam President? Yeah. Yes, for the second.
Distinguished colleagues, we've heard reading from our communication from the President of Liberia asking for the extension of the budget condition period. What's your will and pleasure? Senator, make that motion.
Make a motion.
The motion to colleagues. I move that in the second that the communication from the president asking for extension to November 7th to present the national budget be noted.
November 7th. So the communication will be noted November 7th is in the 3 days from now. Sorry, sir.
PA communication from Senator Jonathan Water Sobey of Liberia County. Committee of Bill for enactment. November 3, 2025. Honorable Yomdi Kanga Lawrence, President Pro Tempore, the Liberian Senate in session, Capitol Building, Capitol Hill, Monrovia, Liberia. Dear Honorable President Pro Tempore and distinguished colleagues, I have the honor to submit herewith for the current consideration and prompt legislative action of the Honorable Senate in court an act to establish a national county sports meet for entertainment and development, unquote. The intent of this proposed legislation is to decentralize the county sports meet and to transform it into not only a platform for entertainment and athletic excellence, but also a strategic instrument for local development. Under this framework, each county, when hosting the tournament for a given year, would experience significant economic stimulation. The event will not only bring pride and unity, but also generate income opportunities for local residents, ranging from businesses and vendors to individuals providing services such as shoe shine, car washing, catering, and accommodations. By institutionalizing the National County Sports Meet through law, we seek to ensure stability, sustainability, inclusivity, and measurable development of outcomes across all counties in alignment with our national economic development and social cohesion. I therefore respectfully request the Honorable Senate to give the proposed act its timely consideration and approval in the interest of national progress and county development. Attached is a copy of the bill for your perusal and necessary legislative actions. Please accept, Madam President Pro Tempore and distinguished colleagues, and your assurances of my highest consideration and esteem. Respectfully submitted, Jonathan Water Sobey, Senator, Liberia County. An act to establish a national county sports meet for entertainment and development. Whereas sports and recreation are vital tools for promoting national unity, youth empowerment, and the physical and mental well-being of citizens. It is necessary, and therefore,
Madam Presiding, distinguished colleagues, having listened to the communication conveying the bill, in consonance with our rules above, that the bill be received and placed on our agenda during our next sitting. If I will appeal second. Order sustained. There was a motion with the order. And with the motion, presented, I read the vote. All in favor say yea. Against? 2 minutes? Oh, that's not a communication. That's what. Second.
report from standing committees. Report from the Joint Committee comprising the Committees on Posts and Telecommunications and Judiciary, Human Rights, Claims and Petitions on the Cybercrime Act of 2021, to be renamed the Cybercrime Act of 2025.
Cybercrime is very important, it's an important act. So I think this was debated before, and there were several recommendations made, and we asked that the committee take it back to clean it up. Senator Tohope, take your seat. I think you're the one in charge to clean it up and resubmit. So we ask who's chairing this. We ask Senator Tohope to just go to verify those positions that were adjusted, and then we can vote on that today.
Okay. Total distinguished senators. First, let me say that we were told to, as per the rules, to circulate the report. That was done before our break, and then we recirculated in soft copies, and also did a hard copy. There is a return of one of the senators' officer's signature that the report was circulated in hard copies. I will also did a soft copy in the chart. Key among the points has to do with the act. They came to the legislature in 2021 from the House of Representatives, so we had to advise during the debate, notably by Senator Chief Bagostin, that it be stated as the act of 2025. So that was done instead of 2021. They were concerned about the administration institutional frameworks, and the Financial Intelligence Agency was left out of the quantitative framework. And we also recommended in the report that the FIA be added as a permanent voting member of the composition of the Liberian National Cyber Security Council. And also, they were reversed that the Ministry of Post-Care and then the Ministry of Justice as co-chair. Yeah. And for the central bank, they all on that committee. Also, the issue of the funding was indicated that indeed the fund be split with the national budget, and then when the government sold donor funding, we can have it. We can put it to the law and say donor should be money into our law. We also make reference to making sure that the law is in compliance with the Budapest Convention on Cybercrime, the African Union Bilateral Convention, and other relevant treaties on cross-border cooperation. Another one, the technical standard, indicated that indeed it should be made mandatory that the cybersecurity standard should be specified in the law, because the activity in terms of security standard. Sometimes you may think that your system is beyond control or maybe being a kind of substandard security standard. So we reference to the advanced inscription standard, the AES 56, the transport layer security, what we call the TLS, and comply with other international certification and so forth, like the ISO, IEC, and so forth, methodology. And the regular security audit to be required for penetration of the testing system. That has to do with the technical aspect of the bill. We also talk about the issue of the whistleblower protection in terms of the bill. Individual reporting in good faith shall be protected from liability and retaliation. Because there are some issues on cybercrime that some information may be punishable. But then if you have whistleblower law, then you need to make sure that whistleblowers are protected in such a case in terms of whistleblower cybersecurity. We thought that it's important that retaliation against whistleblower should be something that the law should consider, okay, to protect them. If you have an idea, we will go whistle. It can be difficult for them to move them. On the coverage of staff, on the level of budget. So we also said that on the implementation timeline, that all related regulations, technical standards, and compliance guidelines will be developed and published within 6 to 12 months. Because first, they argue a very long time. We don't want to pass a law. They say it was very important after passing the law. They will say it takes you more than 12 months to start doing budget. That's very important. We also consider the issue of trans-border cooperation regarding extradition, mutual legal assistance. We see the large bit of consider one of those things that will help other countries to collaborate with us. So, more of that, we address the issue about.
Sarah John.
We also request that in the law they should consider in amendment the procedural safeguard, okay, for court order to require urgent action. Instead of people say that you can do a search, we are on the issue of Senator Awachi raised on the search, okay, search without warrant. We say it's better than you can expedite the process. Okay, so during the year we have with the Association of Cybersecurity and other people that the code system, we have to work with the code system to make sure that the issue of warrant can be digital, so that it can be we are operating to be physical person, but the digital system in a way that the code can issue the warrant online or in a more protected way as a way to enforce, search and seizure without warrant. So far so good. Those are the things we consider here, and we say that the Honorable Valley should concur with the Honorable House of Representatives with these additional recommendations. Are you?
Alright, so I think I was to go over those interventions that were made during the debate. The report was already circulated to all of the senators. So do we have any other issues or concerns before we vote? Senator Batikwa.
Madam Presiding, I think looking at the importance of this bill, which is product not only the state but the protection of all of us individually as Liberians, I would just think that I could be allowed to make the motion quick. With that, silent being considered as.
What about Lord when Madam President on the rules? Sir, Batikwa, go ahead. All that's legal too.
Distinguished colleagues, this bill, when passed into law, is a very serious law. Except maybe I wasn't listening, but for the sake of all of us and good public information, can the chairman of this committee just simply tell us what constitutes cybercrime and how does it protect the country and citizens? Who does it protect from what?
Alright, so United Point presiding president. So I think during the debate that was done, but it's important to do it this time. So the survey was done, and we had a debate, so most of the information was through the debate. But it's important, so I think we should do that before we can have the vote, so people know. The awareness should start from here. It's a serious thing.
Yes, when I told them this thing was senator, so I will be more or less less elementary. But I'm broken, human sense.
Session. Vice President Folks, this is
So the question being asked, like I said, I'll be a little bit elementary because one now the citizen habitat like what the London Senate is actually what we're talking about. It is not that we are creating a form of crime. The first thing is that a crime is that which goes against a written law, established law, something that goes against the law. And at the same time, why does it go against an individual or against a state? Now we're talking about cyber, we're talking about something that at most point in time we cannot physically touch. Okay? And it's not in our normal habitat. Okay, so obviously a cyber crime will be a crime when established by law, will be a crime that is committed not at most point in time physically. So if you see somebody taking life to do somebody, if somebody takes money away from the bank or physical cash, or somebody may go to the scene space, we all use technology. So we use our computers, we use our cell phone, and our electrical watch, whatever the case may be. So may go into and change numbers, change feet to take picture, and put it outside down to your consent and or not at your will. So when the law is established, obviously the normal law is when not going either will somebody could be a crime or a civil matter. But in this case, it will be a crime because it was authorized and it was not done physically. You may not say, oh, I didn't see blood on the man's face, so obviously I didn't fight him. But you took picture, like Saba Buddha would say, you go on the internet, you take somebody's picture, you falsify, you do some pictures and images of somebody, that somebody did a speech, and the speech was said this way, and you talk information it's not your speech, and they're all around the place, okay? Those are actually crimes on the cyberspace. So obviously, this law intends to protect the users, of mobile phone, even our wallets, because most of us don't have our wallet on the internet, our document. So it's individually able to protect you, able to protect your family, because people take information from other routes, things that go on in secret, they bring it outside, that's one. People also do e-money transaction. People go to your bank account, that I will be a victim before. Go to your bank account and take money from there, they hack your phone, they change everything in your account, make it look as good as the one that's doing it. So this law is actually something that is going to protect all of us, and we ought to join in practically because it's almost an alien. It's an alien law, and you need strong law to protect it. That's what we want to do. Thank you.
With that said, what's your will and pleasure? Senator Badekwa. The President of the Senate, distinguished colleagues, again, having to a detailed explanation from the chair on post and telecommunications, looking at the need and important to put this law into place for the protection of not only our states, but ourselves, individually and our family. Move that this law be considered by this August body by concurring with the lower house and have it passed today, and let us vote expressing directly, demonstrating our support to it by voting individually or on record. If I will obtain a second.
TH. Big movement, second.
Are you ready to vote? Senator John, Senator Smith, no.
Hello, the Senate, thank you for my recognition. I'll be ready to vote if the movement can add that all of the claims that was going to be incorporated as our version to be subject to agreement by the conference committee that could be set up. I don't know what if you can accept that.
Accept that upon arrival.
And I hold on, first you accept that.
So you made a motion is pending until that is done?
Mr. President of the Senate, distinguished senators, in the word of the pro tem, the process of sensitizing our society with this new law starts from here. And so since it's a national issue, can Senator Joko just tell us this summary? I will be ready to I'm supporting it. But I just want to hear the penalty, that the penalty will be announced in the Liberian Senate, that when you use your telephone to criminalize the state, what would be the penalty?
You better vote if you know the penalty.
Oh, but I already they've responded to him.
So is it like a...
That's why you don't read the law.
Was brought by
Now what the motion said, I will vote.
So senators are bound to vote for the passage of the Sabo Crown Act that was introduced into the House by Senator Tobo. We start with Mosovaro County. Pro tem.
I vote yes.
Senator Sir Joseph, Mosovaro County. Vote yes. Senator Sir Joseph. Vote yes. Senator Nyoblikenga Lauren. Vote yes. Senator Dillon.
I vote yes.
Senator Dillon vote yes. Vote are taken for the passage of the Sabo Crown Act that was introduced. Wesonga Fene is absent.
Senator Councilor Gossi SG.
Yes.
You vote yes. Sando County vote yes.
Senator Liberia Senate. Senator J. Level Brown.
I vote yes.
Okay, Senator Beryl Brown from Liberia
Senator James P. Downey.
Senate Committee Chair.
Ranking County. Senator Simeon Boyman
Administration. Simeon Taylor vote yes.
Senator Daba M. Fabla.
Senator Deborah Fabla vote yes. Senator
Senator
Prince John Moyi
Yes.
vote yes. Senator Johnny B.
Senator Kekwe. I vote yes. Nima County. Senator Yami Tuan Jr.
Different there.
Senator Samuel G. Koga.
Okay.
Grand Judah County.
So Emmanuel
Senator
Pena.
Zoe Maya Pena.
Yes, thank you.
So Pena votes
Senator Thomas
yes.
Yaya Nime.
Grand Judah County vote yes.
Lofa County. Senator Councilor Joseph K.S. Jara.
I vote yes.
Okay.
Senator Monty Saros.
Senator Sauer is absent.
Bowling County.
Senator
Senator
Snow.
Mary Snow Jr.
Vote yes.
Senator Snow vote
Senator
yes.
J. Alice Tyler.
Former Speaker Tyler vote yes as well.
Mike County. Senator Anthony James Nayelo.
Vote yes.
Vote yes.
Senator Nathaniel F. Manilo.
Neighbor.
Middlesex County.
Yes as well.
Senator Oliver Jivon Smith.
Vote yes.
Senator Bill Tiatwawi.
Yes.
Rangoon County. Senator Professor Ahmad Bradley.
Yes.
Senator Nimoti H. Bakekwa.
Two senators
Georgie
of
County.
Crankle County.
Senator Jonathan Bocha Sobo.
If you
Senator Francis S. Doku. Yes. Bakuru County. Senator Bodo County.
All the members coming finish and vote yes.
Senator Anna L. Kwame. Vote yes.
So almost all the senators here voted in favor of the Sabbath Crown Act.
The voting process is ongoing. The final result will be given within. It's a 4 years vote. For a lot of things here,
Mr. President of the Senate,
television.
distinguished senators, the result. 25 senators voted in favor of the motion. None against, none abstained, so the vote is unanimous.
25 senators voted for the passage of the Sabbath Crown Bill.
Or for the joint committee comprising autonomous information and agencies and judiciary human rights, please a petition and establish civil service commission.
So you get a car and get people review.
Autonomous commission, the committee. Report, instead of report today. The same thing. Same committee. Autonomous committee. Yeah. The state enterprise, own enterprises. Schedule for next week or report from the Committee on Judiciary, Human Rights, Pleas and Petitions on the confirmation hearing of Honorable Councilor Bono and Farmer, Chairman Designate, Law Reform Commission, Republic of Liberia. Confirmation.
Recommendation.
Having examined the credentials of the nominee, coupled with his demonstrated abilities to respond to inquiries supported by his conduct during the hearing, it is the considered opinion of the committee that the nominee, Honorable Councilor Bono and Farmer, be confirmed to the position as mentioned above. On the 27th day of October in committee room. Signed, Senator Councilor Kasi as chairman. Signed, Senator Abel Tukwechi, member. signed Senator A. Darius Dillon, member. Signed Senator Councilor Joseph K. Jala, co-chair. Signed Senator Tony J. Marion Lukwe. Member. Signed Senator Simeon Boyman Taylor. Member. Those were the members to sign the report.
Signed.
Recommendation. This is the report on the confirmation here of Attorney Ticlo Maxwell Crispy, Director, Designated Witness Protection Unit and the Ministry of Justice. By a unanimous vote, the committee recommends the plenary the confirmation of Attorney Ticlo Maxwell Crispy as Director of the Witness Protection Unit at the Ministry of Justice. Respectfully submitted, the Committee on Judiciary, Human Rights, Claims and Petitions. Signed, Senator Councilor Garcia's chair. Signed, Senator Councilor Joseph K. Jala. Signed, Senator Albert T. Chair. Signed, Senator Anthony J. Alex Tyler. Signed, Senator A. Darius Dillon. Signed, Senator Anthony J. Marion Lukwe. And signed, Senator Simeon Taylor. Committee on Judiciary again on the confirmation hearing of Mr. Varney Ali Sharif as Director, Deputy Director, Designated Witness Protection Unit and the Ministry of Justice. All the members signed except Senator James B. Varney. Confirmation report of Attorney E. Wilkins Non-County Attorney, Designated Grand Jury County, Ministry of Justice. The Committee on Judiciary signed by unanimous vote. The committee recommends the plenary confirmation of Mr. E. Wilkins Non as County Attorney for Grand Jury County, Ministry of Justice. Signed the Chairman, Senator Councilor Garcia's chair. The Vice Chairman signed, Senator Councilor Joseph K. Jala. Signed by Senator Albert T. Chair. Signed Senator A. Darius Dillon. Signed Senator Anthony J. Manuel Lukwe. Signed Senator Anthony J. Alex Tyler. Signed Senator Simeon B. Taylor. Judiciary, again, on the confirmation hearing report of Attorney Martin M. Tumbo, County Attorney, Designated for Riverside County, Ministry of Justice. By unanimous vote, the committee recommends the plenary the confirmation of Attorney Martin M. Tumbo as County Attorney for Riverside County, Ministry of Justice. Signed the Chairman, Senator Councilor Garcia's chair. Signed the First Chair, Senator Councilor Joseph K. Jala. Signed other members. Senator Albert J. signed. Senator A. Darius Dillon signed. Senator Anthony J. Alex Tyler signed. Senator Anthony J. Marion Lucas signed. And also signed was Senator Simeon Boyman Taylor. Report of the confirmation hearing of Councilor Daniel T.K. Dwett, County Attorney Designated for River G County, Ministry of Justice. By unanimous vote, the committee recommends the plenary the confirmation of Councilor Daniel T.K. Dwett as County Attorney for River G County, Ministry of Justice. Respectfully submitted, the Committee on Judiciary. Signed by the Chairman, Senator Councilor Garcia's chair. Signed Senator Councilor Joseph K. Jala. Signed Senator Albert Tukwe chair, member. Signed Senator A. Darius Dillon, member. Signed Senator Anthony J. Alex Tyler, member. Signed Senator Anthony J. Manuel Lukwe, member. And signed again by Senator Simeon Boyman Taylor. Those were the confirmation reports. Is the President of the Senate, everybody just read the reports from various committees.
Now the report for the Bureau Committee, the confirmation of 6 different nominees. Speaker Kala. Mr. President, Senate, distinguished colleagues, I move, if I can be seconded, that the consolidated confirmation reports just read be received and the vote taken on the record.
Information, President. President, order.
You see the three already? You see the two already?
No.
Order the motion?
Yeah.
That's the
information. Bring the nominees for the Law Reform Commission, the chair, it's a tenure position, so required to pair both. So we can do the rest. Yeah. Because consolidate the rest, but we can do that one separately.
Yeah. Still already. That's okay.
Thank you for telling us. So,
without motion, are you ready to vote?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I'm ready, President. So, President, moving, I'll be ready to vote if we vote separately on the confirmation report of the nominee for the Law Reform Commission, which requires two-thirds majority vote.
May I have the amendment to the already?
Yeah.
So I have this, yeah. Mr. Chair, just to have the amendment, we can do a consult, we can do the vote, and now at the vote count for no more than 10, we can take it. Yeah. Instead of voting.
Properly.
Yes. Yeah. We voted the record up already.
Just to make sure that we are safe. We can
So when you're voting, if you're not voting for anybody, you can say that I want to vote for all.
Yeah. But let me be aware that it's a tenure position so that we it's important because otherwise we
Senator Dr. Norbitana Lawrence.
Yeah, including.
I said including.
Senator Hanif Joseph.
4 years to all.
Senator Ebert Darrell Hill. Grand Basso County. Senator Western Garden Finley. Simon County, Senator Councilor Dawson, MG.
Yes to all.
Senator Kutambo Duncan. Liberia County, Senator J. Bevel Brown.
I vote yes to all.
Senator James P. Binding. Grand Kilima County, Senator Simeon Wamante.
Yes for all.
Senator Daba M. Babla.
Yes, all.
From County, Senator Prince Kemon Moy.
Yes for all.
Senator Johnny K.
Yes to all.
Nima County, Senator Nyadi Twine Jr.
Yes.
Senator Samuel J. Koba.
Capital yes, small yes. All.
Grand Judah County, Senator Zoe Marabella.
Yes. Somebody have to tell me what they mean.
Yeah.
No, they take it as me.
Senator Thomas Diana. Lofa County. Senator Councilor Joseph K. Jala.
Yes to all.
Senator Monty Saros. Kwame County. Senator Edwin Snow Jr. Senator J. Alex Tide. Mark County. Senator Anthony James Inaria Lobo. Senator Nathaniel F. McGill. Riverside County. Senator William Jevon Smith. Yes to all. Senator Bill Tiatuawa.
Yes to all.
Rankin County. Senator Abba Tubachi.
Yes. Yes, right.
Senator Unity H. Dategua. River G County. Senator Jonathan Borcha Subik.
Yes.
Senator Francis S. Dobu II.
Yes, for the county attorney. Liberia County.
Yes.
Senator Bodo County.
Yes to the Reform Commission. Yes to
And Senator Amara and Connor.
Yes to all.
Why you see that they pronounce it differently?
As the Vice President and President of the Senate, the 5 senators voted in favor of the government. The vote is unanimous.
We're 25, voting for both the tenure and article nominees. The vote is hereby carried. The Secretary of the Committee will choose the next briefing for the committee with the means with the final public order.
Okay, thank you. The Honorable President of the Liberian Senate, distinguished senators, on the briefing for the financing agreements, then there were 3. The committee is making efforts. In fact, we have already concluded one that has to do with the southeastern corridor, since indeed is the first financing agreement on this project, the $23 million. So that report was sent to the pro tem. I think it will be placed in the next on the next agenda. So the rest committee is making efforts to conclude them as soon as possible. So presiding distinguished senator, that's a briefing. The committee is working, the joint committee. Thank you.
Yeah. Next, briefing for the committee on transport, public work, web development, land planning.
So presiding and colleagues, presiding the committee on transport and the joint committee. We have met to discuss the CAA agreement between the government of Liberia and we.
President was chosen.
Can't call that, yeah, you know, sir.
I can be president.
The president, yeah, you can't talk for it.
I'm not here, sir. Senator, you present that quiet.
I forgot if I would believe you. Any Nigeria you find it with you.
No issue.
I just say it, I forgot I got ready for you.
What happened? Why is it? That motion for commitment resolution?
I'm leaving you on that one.
Thank you. So we received the agreement. And committee members have been asked to go through So we asked committee members to go through the agreement, and then we have set up a framework which commence the hearing next week. Committee members are concerned, most especially action that will be taken, like the issue of the rail, the National Rail Authority having been enacted into law, and then it's an executive order, yeah. But for 6 months, it's for 6 months. After 6 months, it will expire. Yeah. No, they did it for 6 months.
It was for 1 year, it was extended for
6 months. Yeah. So the committee is looking into that, and then we have set up a framework to make sure that after the hearing, we will make sure we do our due diligence. We are asking proof of funds, feasibility studies that have been done, communities that will be affected. We are concerned about our friends from Guinea. What are the in compliance with the in alliance with us to concerning this agreement? So we are asking all of those questions. So we appreciate plenary to give us enough of time so that we can continue to do our due diligence, and then we will do public hearing. Public hearing will not just be we will also ask for expert opinion. All of us will be invited to come and give us some detailed information. So we want to say thank you to members of the committee that have been fully cooperating towards the Mr. Thank you so much.
What about the president?
So,
Yeah.
Mr. President of the Senate, distinguished colleagues, the reason why we have all of these committees on the agenda for briefing is because the deadline to report to the Senate has expired. So we're not going to be extending when we ask you to brief. So on Tuesday, we'll put the last briefings that have been on here for the 2 session days. If those reports are not ready, the plenary will form a committee of a whole and deal with these reports. Because we're not going to keep delaying. I'm not talking specifically to the transport committee. I'm talking to every committee chair who's on here for briefing. So we intentionally put this here every session to remind you that the deadline has expired. Thank you.
Briefing for the committee on that by energy. Thank you. Mr. President of the Senate and colleagues, President rightly said the deadline expired, but this job that was given to the joint committee is a technical job. These are things that happened 30, 40 years ago when the former president decided to award players of the national team land. So there was no land authority back then. We called a meeting. Senator Sibu attended our meeting. We invited land authority, and they actually told us that they were going to find out as to what happened during that time. So they have to go to the lands, mines, and found out because there was no land authority, they have to go on the site to ascertain information from the site, and it will be a long chain of investigation, and they ask for additional 2 weeks so that they will be able to gather the information they need to gather, because the head of land authority said, yes, he himself will remember that there was somewhere around the Painesville area there, and they said they were building those places for their players and the rest of it. So he has to go there to do all the investigation, and then the report will finally be brought on the floor for us to look at it.
President, you got you're not informed.
Anything that has to do with security committees, you got to get response or authorization from the superior. So I reserve all comment until my chairman comes.
Thank you.
The demolition should have started last week, but the most rather senator came to me and we called the Minister of Public Works. He said that it would be inhumane to start demolishing houses when Christmas season is approaching. So based on that, humanitarian grounds, we will start a demolition sometime next year in February. So our citizens have enough time to get their act together. Meanwhile, when it comes to the land package, we have to have a public hearing, and that public hearing is being planned. So we'll give an update.
Liberia committee on general
The elephants.
Thank you, Mr. President of the Senate. I hope you will be able to help to solve some of the problems, more especially when it comes to the elephant issue. We have been flagging this issue more than 3 years now. I've been saying something about the elephant. Senator Bodogana and I, Senator Black him and met us, and we've been discussing the issue. Senator Amara Conan, all of us that come from the Western Belt, the elephant is just affecting our people.
But you got
I said all of us. All of us. Senator Talos and the Snow, what? But I see no action. And I think there should be a joint committee or the leadership should take seize on this matter. We cannot continue, all of us from the Western region, continue to complain to our colleagues here that we have an issue that is affecting the livelihood of our people and nothing has been done for the past 3 years. Just on Saturday, we were in a climate change meeting at Farmington. Immediately we left the meeting when I got to Cement Hotels. I was told that the elephant has killed an old man, broke him up, destroyed him, and you could only find the bones. And there's a serious issue that our people cannot even farm.
What is crop? Is it a mining activity?
No, the logging. So the elephants are moving all over the place. And then the loss and damage, our people cannot even farm. They cannot even afford to give them food to eat. So there's a serious issue there. And I mean, it's just happening to the extent that it appears that we have no leaders from that side because we come to raise the issue on the highest platform and nothing has been done for the past 3 years. And so we just getting frustrated about it. And I think it's important that leadership takes seize of the matter. Leadership takes seize of the matter. Invite the finance minister, the agriculture, whoever responsible. If they cannot put the elephant under control, then they should continue feeding our people. Because there are a lot of funding that are coming for climate change. And the people down there are not even getting it. They cannot even afford to feed them. Since I told the EPA boss, it was on Monday, yesterday, that day Wednesday. Can you imagine that? So I want leadership to take seize of the matter. I want the team to take seize of. Yeah, I mean, they won't need no delay again. We're getting tired of it. And we're getting frustrated about it.
That's a death.
Yes, you can help me to add on. No, that's the Western Bill. Yeah.
So I just wanted to add that as late as last evening, the paramount chief of Gola Connect, along with all the clan chiefs came, and this is one of the complaints they came with. The minute I heard one of my colleagues say elephants are not coming around, that's true. But after the incident, they were afraid to go into the bush. As a result, they may stay in the bush and only report to farm later. There's another man who is currently undergoing treatment for fracture sustained because the elephant stepped him and he broke his leg. This is serious. Our people farms are destroyed. I think I talked about this before, and they are being afraid of continuing to make farm because of their life. How do they live? Gola Connect, in Cape Mount, Bakolu, they are all farming communities. If they go in the bush to farm or to do their mining, how do they get livelihood? So this is something we shouldn't be sitting and waiting till people die before we take action. Like my colleague mentioned, this thing has stayed too long on the floor and nothing is being done. Please, Mr. Presiding. The President of the Senate, distinguished colleagues. Well, we have been crying so long. I think the governor has brought it to look into it because we are talking about reserving forests. Why our people are dying? I don't know whether they will die in the forest with me. But we need to look at the law. We should review the law of the FDA. This is very serious. It is not in your county, so you not know the value. But it is in our counties. It is very serious for us to look into it. Let us call the people responsible to review. Let us review this law. This law is affecting our people. We
reserve is good. After reservation is death. Because we are not seeing what is happening. It's very serious. It happened last year. It got us weak. We couldn't fund this year. Even I that's standing here, our rights were eaten by the elephants. In some areas too, the agriculture minister and the managing director of FDA promised to have done something for the people in that area. Till now, we are not seeing nothing. So there is a need. The president of the Senate, they should not go under the carpet. We should not always stand and look at the camera and go back to our people with no results. We are appealing to the government to please look into it to see how best our people can survive from this. We're talking about sustainable livelihood. So I don't know the definition of that in this government. We need to know it. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Our elevator and our president will information. Let us go tell us something that comes.
Yeah, so this issue has been on the floor for a while, and we had a joint public hearing here, and I think recommendations were made. We need to hear from our agriculture committee. Yeah, because we don't have crucial these things, so they don't keep coming back to the floor. So let me say that you first maybe has to say something concerning that.
Mr. President of the Senate, Madam Pro Tem, the people of Western Liberia have been law abiding. It is because of the respect they have for the law. They have been crying, they have been complaining, they have been alarming about the issue of the elephant. Liberia being part of signatories to several conventions for the protection of wildlife. It is because Liberia signed those agreements, that is why the people of Western Liberia have been patient-mannered, they have become latent, and they keep complaining. When the issue came up and the Agriculture Committee was presented by plenary, we call EPA, we call FDA, we call Wajibansi Foundation, all the international organizations, we call them to a meeting. They form a joint committee, technical committee, and they set the committee. They came back with a report and said that it requires national conversation because elephants, they are animals that don't forget their root. If they passed here 20, 30 years ago, now the population of Liberia increasing and they coming back and they place our forests that they pass through. When they coming back and they see development, their farm or whatsoever human development, they will destroy everything. So it and so they have to, there should be a national conversation on the issue. But honestly, the people from Western Liberia have been informing the government. They try to be law about it. Now that they cannot. They have people, they have men that can go after the elephant, but they try to be law about it. So I would want to join them for the government to look at it holistically.
Okay.
The
President of the Senate, police, thank you. The issue of police flag is very serious, and besides that, there's a blanket statement here for us that
we are very insensitive to your plight. So I will encourage us that the land ministry and agency responsible to carry out their judicial responsibilities, such as the EPA, the agriculture, the forestry development, and etc. Animal in the bush taking away the lives of our people. I think these institutions, since they were brought here before, and we are not seeing any outcome and the action perpetuated, I would suggest that we recall them to come because of the urgency. Because our police, all of the Kemontinians, are where I go from the Western Belt, cannot come here to assemble at the legislature to advocate. But there are specific individuals that were duly elected to represent them, and they are the ones speaking. Therefore, I think we need to recall the people, let them appear, and let them give up a time frame on our oversight responsibility as of how they will proceed and continue the issue. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
I just want, thank you. I just wanted to speak to this matter briefly. There are international legal regimes that provide for conservation and preservation, but it does not mean that there can be local actions. Insofar as the issue with the elements and all the other wildlife that are concerned. So, as Senator Taylor suggested, joining him to request or suggest that leadership takes seize of the matter, work with the relevant agencies of the government to find an actionable plan that that can help to resolve the problem. That's not mean that when the legal regimes they cast a stone. In a way, there's a national action that can be taken. So through the Forestry Development Authority and other relevant agency or ministry of the government, I'm sure the government can derive some solution that can mitigate this problem. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Vice President of the Senate. So I listened to the program where she emphasized the need for us to bring closure to this matter. And I also listened to the chairman of the Committee on Agriculture, where he ended up by requesting for the government to address this matter.
Thank you.
But I want to say that there's a need for us to follow the modus operandi of the Senate. When there is a matter brought before the Senate, that matter is investigated. Reports brought on the floor, debated, and actions taken. We haven't been able to do that, and that's what the program alluded to, that we need to bring closure to this matter. So I think we need to go back to the chairman of the committee. If they haven't made a report, let them bring a report on the floor so that that report can be deliberated upon, and then the decision taken by the Senate. Mr. President of the Senate, even though you reside for the Senate, but we cannot say you should be the messenger for the Senate. We have to take a decision as the Senate, but we have to take a decision. And I'd like to encourage the President for us to bring closure to this matter. As the President rightly said, let's take a decision. We have to take a decision. Every now and then it's back on the floor, and it's discussed the way it's been discussed, and no action taken. So I think we need to thank you.
So with that, can we turn back to a motion and close this matter? Can I do it? Get on motion.
Excellency, recently as the chair on agriculture stood here, we had the FDA, the EPA, and all the other people here. I remember the FDA chair said that the pay soil in the forest is intimidating the elephants from being in the forest and coming to town. I'm sure he said that. If that is true, who is licensing the pay soil? It's FDA. The people that are pay soil, they pay taxes to FDA for the plant that they bring to Monrovia to sell. So if it is true that the elephant that they put in the forest is being intimidated by pay soil, then the primary solution is to stop pay soil in that very forest. That has not been done. People are still pay soil. And elephants are running. Elephant is not used to living around people. Something has to bring it to town. And it's a pay soil. So I don't know whether that recommendation was made the last time, that the pay soil in that entire region should stop. And nobody goes into that forest to do pay soil, because that forest is isolated now for the elephant. I think if we try that first solution, then we can go to the next level. Thank you.